makes me also stand out, from
Mm-hmm.
every other person out there. And one of those ways I was actually able to do that was having to have my own platform, which
Mm.
is where the Prime Gate Digital is going to come into play. So what Prime Gate did for me
Yeah.
was it gave me like a platform for me to learn, for
Mm.
me while learning as well, for me to also impart, right?
Mm.
Which I'm still going to share later on, because
Yeah.
Prime Gate is more of, not just the content aspect, but also
Yeah.
the impact aspect
Okay.
as well. So,
Okay.
currently, I work as a performance marketing specialist now in the UK. So it's a long journey, which if I start
Yeah.
talking about now, it's going to take like hours. So all of
Absolutely.
this, has been over the past couple of, 8 years.
Okay, thanks a lot,
Yeah.
Harrison. It's been this is really loaded. Sales background, corporate sales, mixing that with our journey, 2019. We worked together, Meta, in
Yeah.
Nigeria, and it was really an explosive experience for us. But what challenges did you find along the way? Those times that were there times where you almost gave up? Because, like you said, digital
Yep.
marketing really broad. Were there times you thought about it and you said, you know what, maybe this is not for me, or maybe I should
Yeah.
just sit back a little bit? Tell us about it.
Yeah. So for someone that is in marketing, and also like you that is also in marketing, it doesn't end. There are days you wake up to work and you're like, I'm tired of this. You want to give up, right? Even now with all of the experience I've gathered, there are days I wake up and I'm like, man, I can't do this anymore. All right. But yeah, but the interesting thing about it is that at that point, that's where the transformation actually comes to play. You're actually
Mm-hmm.
hitting your limits. You're
Mm-hmm.
about gaining a new experience. So if you're actually
Yeah.
able to cross that particular bar,
Yeah.
you gain another, I would say you gain another badge in
Yeah.
marketing or in digital marketing, and I think marketing is quite dynamic. What was one of the
Mhm.
reasons I actually love, digital marketing.
Mhm.
What you know yesterday might be relevant today. So you need to
Absolutely.
constantly be on
Keeps
top of your game.
evolving. Keeps
Yeah,
evolving.
it keeps
Yeah.
evolving. Exactly. That's the word. It keeps evolving. And you
Mhm.
need to be on top of the game to actually remain relevant,
Mhm.
with all of the changes, all of the AI coming into place,
Yeah.
how do we get to be, better at our job, be more
Mhm.
productive, and so it's all constantly evolving, and we just need to be evolving as well as
True.
the industry is also evolving.
Yeah. Absolutely
Yeah, so
amazing.
there are
Thanks.
days I want to
Mhm.
give up, but
Mhm.
don't give up, because that's the point.
Mm.
That the next badge that is going to crown you is waiting for you.
Absolutely. That's a good mindset, because what I hear you say clearly, I can relate with that very, very easily. There are days that it's just so enormous, especially
Yeah.
because of the fact that it evolves very quickly. There are updates, there are changes, there are challenges, everything trying to cave in for you. But the fact that the mindset has already been there, that this is where the world is going. This is where the world is now. So it really got you prepared. Thanks a lot for that. Now, what do you see in the next couple of years? Where do you see digital marketing in the next couple of years? Do you have any insight into what people, being a very
Mhm.
seasoned digital marketing expert, and of course your company, PrimeGate Digital, which we'll be talking about in a bit, what do you
Yeah.
recommend that digital marketers now should be looking at?
Yes. So in the next couple of years, which we've actually started seeing like the trend already, is the AI, right? So we can't
Mhm.
remove AI from this discussion,
So you mean it has come to
So even
stay?
when it has come to stay, right?
Mm,
So
okay.
instead of fighting it, we need to see how we can work with it, right?
Mm,
AI is not here to actually take our job. AI is here to support us to get the job easier.
mm,
Um, those that are going to be that AI is going to take their job are those that fail to understand the dynamics and how the AI works and how it fits into their day-to-day job.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll give a perfect example.
Okay.
So let's say I want to launch a Facebook ad campaign, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have all of my brief, I understand the business objectives, the kind of
Yeah.
audience I want to reach. Now I'm at that stage of creating a copy that actually resonates with my ideal customer or the target audience. Now I
Yeah.
can bring AI into play by having to help it to craft a copy for me that
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to actually give it prompt. So
Mm-hmm.
these prompts are basically being able to tell it exactly what I want it to bring out for me.
Okay.
There are people now who are, being trained, being upskilled as prompt engineers. So basically what they
Okay.
are doing is
Mm-hmm.
coming up with the perfect prompt
Yeah.
that gives you the exact result that you want for every input, because it's more of
Mm-hmm.
input and output. So
Yeah.
in digital marketing, how can you in the next 5-10 years, we're looking at how we can integrate fully with AI, which we've
Yeah.
already seen in most of these platforms. So you go to Google backend, the ads engine, look at Meta,
Mm-hmm.
look at TikTok, they are all
Yeah.
integrating AI already.
Yeah.
AI generating image for ads, AI generating copy for you, different variations, making a
Mm-hmm.
B testing, much more easier.
Yeah.
So all of this is not to take the job away from digital marketers or performance marketers. Is actually here to make the work easier for you. So instead of
Mm-hmm.
spending 1 month, to
Yeah.
run an A/B test, you
Mm-hmm.
can run that same A/B test within 1 week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because now, say for example, Meta, instead of having to test maybe different copies that will take you 5 different campaigns to
Yeah.
test, you can actually run one campaign and test all of these on the go.
Yeah.
So AI is actually here to make the work the job easier
Exactly.
for everyone. So my advice for maybe beginners in
Mm-hmm.
digital marketing and also seasoned expert as well
Okay.
is to look out for ways how you can integrate AI into
Mm-hmm.
your day-to-day job, because it's going to make you more productive and even more
Absolutely.
effective as well. So instead of spending
Mm-hmm.
1 hour doing a job, you can do that same job in 15 minutes, right?
Beautiful.
So
Yeah.
AI is smarter. AI is able to combine different things faster than the human can actually do.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Harry. And while you were saying that, of course, we're going to talk about Prime Gate Digital now, and probably also I speak for the next 2 minutes. That very beautiful article topic just popped out of your mouth. How you can, that's what you always do. How you can integrate AI to make your job easier, more efficient,
Yeah.
faster, smarter. So, guys, please look out for his article. I'm sure he's going to be thinking about writing one if he doesn't already. I'm sure he definitely, I mean, he definitely has one of those articles that will speak or that will educate you on how you can integrate AI with your job. So now this takes us to the final question. Primary Digital is your company and you're very big on articles, blogging, SEO. Tell us about it.
Yep.
You talk about this a lot. This seems to be the only focus for you when it comes to Primary Digital, or let me say the primary focus. Is this the new goal?
Um, I think I'll answer that question later on, right? But let me give a brief overview of what PrimeGate is all about, especially for everyone listening today, so we understand how the journey started with PrimeGate.
Mhm.
So PrimeGate actually started as a pet project, So like I mentioned initially, it was like a playing ground for me to test and learn
Pet
all of the
project.
things I was
I
actually
didn't even
learning
know
in
about that.
in digital marketing. Yeah, so that's actually how it started, you know. And I was just creating content for the purpose of creating content and also seeing what works. So PrimeGate gave me like the platform to learn lots of things. So there are a lot of things you can actually, if you go into digital marketing today, there's YouTube there, there are training courses there.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic, right? But again,
Mm-hmm.
you can't take away the practicality. You
Yeah.
can't take away the experience. So PrimeGate gave me the experience even when I wasn't doing a professional job. So it was like a platform for me to learn all of these, I would say the hard things of digital marketing, how to do integrations, how to see, how to test SEO. Is it working? Is it not working? And all of those, all of those bits started in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2019, that was when I started like pushing more in terms of content.
Yeah.
And started pushing content gradually with my 9 to 5 at Meta. I was still, pushing content, and I was seeing results coming through,
Mm-hmm.
and in 2022, that year, the blog generated over 1 million views
Hmm.
organically. Now,
From
this
from a
wasn't
pet
from,
project, from a pet project, I
yes,
think we need to pause and swallow that. From a pet project to 1 million views. Now, this really sounds like Facebook, Meta today. Like started in college or started at the university, just trying to get people to connect with themselves. And today
yeah,
it's the bomb. So this is something everyone should think about. Like I think you are someone who I can easily associate with a personality that has high hunger to learn new things. So that
yeah,
inquisitive mind is needed within the digital marketing ecosystem. Yeah, because since the things keep changing, so you must have a quick change mindset. And I can remember
yeah,
clearly, anyone who cares to check should go check PrimeGate Digital and see what was once the first project. It is like what we can call Voltron. It has got so many parts. Please go on. 1 million views, 2019, 2 years after inception.
yeah, 100%. So that again gave me the motivation, like there's actually more to this, right?
Mm.
So I started digging more in depth, and lots of other pet projects started coming up around content for different kind of niches, as well. For specifically for PrimeGate, it was more towards digital marketing.
Mm-hmm.
You could say PrimeGate Digital is a troubleshooting platform
Mm-hmm.
for beginners in digital marketing. So, say for example, you're trying to create an ad, Google Ads, or you're trying
Mm-hmm.
to set up a Meta ad, and you run into some challenges. And you're
Mm-hmm.
trying to see how you can resolve all of this, and you're searching on Google,
Mm-hmm.
so such kind of content to actually help you fix all of these issues around your day-to-day job, to make it easier for you, is what PrimeGate is all about. And just beside that as well, it also gives other beginners platform as well to understand how digital marketing works,
Mm-hmm.
most specifically SEO. Now, back to the question that you asked, if this actually is the new gold. I would say I wouldn't call it the new gold. Even though I believe that high quality, yeah, even if I believe that high quality strategic blogging is invaluable assets in digital landscape,
Okay.
and blogging when done right, offers multiple benefits, right? I mentioned about the views. One of the benefits, I didn't talk about the revenue. Revenue is actually another part of it. So that 1 million views is not just talking about 1 million views. We're also talking about revenue that actually comes with that. There are different monetization options for blogging, and even for business, which I'm going to talk a bit about. There are also some benefit that comes with that. So it's a powerful tool, I would say, for improving SEO,
Yeah.
establishing thought leadership, and
Yeah.
also engaging with your audience on a deeper level.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's what blogging does. So blogging is not just a standalone solution when it comes to digital marketing, and it is one part that needs to be integrated with your comprehensive digital marketing strategy. So
Yeah.
it needs to,
So
the
fit into
goal
your
is
omni-channel, into the omni-channel
exactly
marketing
fit
framework.
100%. So the goal in digital marketing comes from creating an integrated approach
Mm-hmm.
where blogging works in tandem, with
Mm-hmm.
social media marketing, your email marketing,
Mm-hmm.
SEO,
Mm-hmm.
paid advertising, and other channels to create
Yeah.
like a cohesive user experience
Yeah.
and drive business results. So
Yeah.
it's not just a standalone. So it works with other, strategy and
Yeah.
other approach with
Yeah.
digital marketing. I think one thing that actually makes blogging particularly, exciting is the longevity and also the compounding, if the compounding effects, So
Multiplier.
like content I created, like exactly. So there are contents that have been created, they can create today that is
Yeah.
called like an evergreen kind of content,
Yeah.
and that content can keep bringing you users, it can
Mm-hmm.
keep bringing you customers, it can
Yeah.
keep bringing you revenue
Yeah.
for up to 5, 10 years. So there are
Mm.
content I created in 2021
Mm.
on Prime Gates that are still bringing, traffic to the website and bringing revenue. So unlike paid
Traffic
ads that stop
and
working,
revenue, and you tell me this is not the new gold? Come on, it's the new gold.
you know, unlike paid ads that stop working when you stop paying, a
Mm-hmm.
well-written blog post can continue to drive traffic and generate leads for you for
Mm.
years to come. So it's a
Mm.
long-term kind of approach,
Yeah.
for businesses that want to, remain in the game for
Yeah.
a longer time.
Yeah.
And I think one final thing I would like to also share with you
Yeah.
is, when it comes to blogging, there are two very important things,
Yeah.
which has really helped me over time,
Okay.
which is content, because you
Yeah.
can't remove content from blogging. Everything about blogging, everything about digital marketing, even the AI side of things, everything
Mm-hmm.
is content. The
Yeah.
input, the output, everything is content. So
Content.
the foundation of everything is content. Then outside of content, the other part is the data,
Mm.
right? As you're pushing in the content is generating the data. So it's a
Okay.
two-way kind of approach. You
Like a
put in
cycle.
the content, exactly. So the content generates data for you. Now, what you do with the data, is what actually makes a
Improves.
difference, right?
Improves.
Yeah, so it can either make the business or kill the business. So
True.
while you have those data, how can you make sense of this data? So data on its own is like dust. All right. So,
Mm.
and as we know, for dust, so when you put dust together, then it
Yeah.
actually makes sense. It's just like
Yeah.
sand, like just take a sand, right? Put sand
Yeah.
together, you can use to build a house. So that's
Yeah.
how data is as well.
Mm.
So making sense of this data is very, very important. So one of the important skill that one can also learn,
Mm-hmm.
that you need to learn as someone that is in marketing, digital marketing, performance marketing, growth marketing,
Yeah.
any kind of marketing that you are in, is data. You can't remove data from all of this, because
Mm.
without data, understanding how to measure and read metrics
Yeah.
is going to be a very challenging one for you. So for me, what I've been doing over the years is trying to also upskill in the
Yeah.
aspect of data and all of that. Like, as well, John, last year I
Absolutely.
also started doing
Yeah.
like data analytics and,
Data analysis and data
going
science.
into data science, just to be able
Yeah.
to understand more things
Bring it all
from the
together.
data I'm actually generating on a daily basis. Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful. I cannot say wonderful once. This is extremely good. I hear you clearly talk about content, high quality content, and talk about data, being able to track, being able to measure, being able to analyze, and leverage that data to optimize and get better direction. What's working, what's not working, the data will tell you, and what to do next. This is really, really true. And I will say that in all of this, I hear work. I hear work. I hear work. I don't hear anything that has to do with folding your hands. It's very, very, it's very, very wonderful to have this session. Insightful, it's loaded. We're gonna have this session again. We cannot exhaust this. So this is like a first phase.
Absolutely.
But of course, I would really like that everyone who gets to watch this would get to learn that anything is possible. Because looking at your journey, try and get digital a pet project, like a testing ground. It tells me about Bill Gates. I mean, there's all of these guys in their basement. Who would have thought that 1 million views will happen 24 months later? But you have to put that together. I remember Prime Gates. I
Yeah.
remember 2019 putting all of that, putting
I
all of
know.
those content together. It was really an experience. And then fast forward to 7 years after 2017. Now this is the story. It is an income, it's a revenue generating tool as you speak, scalable even beyond what it is now. And of course, the sky's the beginning. I mean, with the framework that you've put together. Thanks a lot, Harrison. It's been wonderful having you around here,
Thank
sharing
you,
your
John.
struggles, the challenges, and sharing your experiences, and of course, giving insights into being a being very, very grounded in digital marketing and now data analysis and science. Um, it's just a total person that you've become when it comes to being able to help a business grow. Thanks again. And that will be all for today. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you so much, John, for having me today.
All right. Bye.